Today we're taking a look at these NHL matches, which are happening on Wednesday, January 12, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Boston Bruins vs Montreal Canadiens. The Bruins are off to a great start to the season with the offense stepping up and scoring 3.06 goals per game. Brad Marchand, David Pastrnak, and Patrice Bergeron have combined for 40 goals and 49 assists to lead the top line, but the back end of the forward unit has also stepped up recently. Charlie Coyle, Taylor Hall, and Jake DeBrusk have combined for 20 goals and 27 assists, while defensemen Charlie McAvoy and Derek Forbort have added 9 goals and 18 assists from the point to open up the offense. The Canadiens finally have some positive news, as a string of players, including goalie Jake Allen and forwards Tyler Toffoli and Artturi Lehkonen, have cleared COVID-19 protocol to hit the ice with a view to give their team a chance in its first contest in 11 days. Having said that, the prospect of facing the Bruins on their return to action will most probably make the overall mood surrounding the Habs a tad grimmer, as Boston has been in excellent form since returning from its Christmas break, 5-1-0, and will be looking to extend its current winning run to 3 games. The Bees have already triumphed by a margin of at least 2 snipes in 4 of their past 5 contests. Our first betting pick will be Boston Bruins -1. The Boston Bruins, 19-11-2, recorded their second straight victory and 5th triumph in the past 6 outings, 5-1-0, after banking a 7-3 win against the Washington Capitals at Capital One Arena on Monday. David Pastrnak, 13 goals, 27 points this year, and Brad Marchand, 16 goals, 36 points, both scored twice for the second straight outing, as the Bees recovered from a 2-0 first period deficit with 6 consecutive strikes, including 4 in the second period. Matt Grzelcyk, 2 goals, 13 points, picked up a marker and 4 assists for Boston, becoming the first defenseman in the NHL this season to collect 5 points in a single game. Our second betting pick will be under 6. Quick reminder, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. 5 plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 500 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Seattle Kraken vs Dallas Stars. The offense has struggled, but the defense has been one of the worst in the NHL, allowing 3.68 goals per game. Jamie Alexiak and Carson Soucy have combined for 3.1 defensive point shares and 70 blocked shots, but the rest of the unit has struggled and is allowing opponents to find open shots in the offensive zone at will. In addition, goaltender Philip Grubauer has struggled as the starter with a .882 save percentage and a 3.34 goals against average on 668 shots. A run of 4 victories in 5 games at the end of November aside, the Kraken have been largely disappointing during their maiden season. They have mustered the joint 3rd lowest quantity of victories in the league so far this year, 10, and are currently riding a 6-game losing run. And while Seattle has managed to gather points in 4 of its past 6 road fixtures, winning 3 of them, its upcoming first ever trip to Dallas promises to be a baptism of fire. The Stars are an impressive 13-3-1 when skating on own ice this season, having won 12 of their most recent 13 domestic outings, currently riding a 4-game home winning streak. Our first betting pick will be Dallas Stars -1. A 4-game winning streak came to an end for the Dallas Stars, 17-13-2, who were edged out with a count of 2-1 by the St. Louis Blues at Enterprise Center on Sunday. The Stars were outshot 31-27, failed on 3 power play opportunities, and went just 3 for 5 on penalty kill, ultimately allowing 2 snipes in a span of 18 seconds in the dying 47 seconds of the contest, after leading the game 1-0 until then, through a goal by Jason Robertson, 12 snipes, 30 points this year, who lit the lamp off a rebound at 9:13 of the middle frame. Dallas has now failed to triumph in any of its previous 5 road matchups, 0-5-0, but is 12-1-0 in its last 13 home games. Our second betting pick will be under 6. Toronto Maple Leafs vs Arizona Coyotes. The Leafs have been very good on offense this season. They have scored 3 goals or more in 15 straight games. Toronto ranks 7th in goals per game, 9th in shots per game, 11th in shooting percent, and 2nd in scoring efficiency ratio. Austin Matthews leads the team with 37 points, and he has 23 goals, which ranks tied for 3rd in goals in the league. Not far behind Matthews is William Nylander with 36 points and John Tavares with 34 points. While Toronto is playing the second game of a back-to-back situation in this contest, the fact remains that they clearly are the better team. The Maple Leafs are very good offensively, and they are 2nd in the league in preventing the opposition from lighting the lamp this season. Meanwhile, on the flip side, Arizona is 2nd worst in goals per game on the year, and they are last when it comes to goals allowed per contest. That makes for a tough night for the Coyotes when you get right down to it. The Coyotes have been the worst team on offense this season. They have scored 2 goals or less in 6 out of the last 10 games. Arizona ranks 31st in goals per game, last in shots per game, 28th in shooting percent, and last in scoring efficiency ratio. Clayton Keller leads the team with 26 points. Our first betting pick will be Toronto Maple Leafs -1. Against Nashville, Arizona was unable to get their offense going, and their defense let them down in a penalty-filled contest that led to a defeat. The opening period saw the Coyotes outshot by a 19-12 margin in the opening period, and they trailed 3-0 after 20 minutes of play. In the second period, Arizona held a 15-5 shot advantage, but neither side lit the lamp, leaving the margin 3-0 at the second intermission. The final period saw the Coyotes with a 13-5 shot advantage, and they did outscore Nashville 2-1. That proved to be too little, too late. Clayton Keller got the Coyotes on the board with his 12th of the season, unassisted, at 2:19 to make it a 3-1 game. After giving up a goal to restore their 3-goal deficit, Lawson Crouse closed the scoring with his 9th of the year at 10:48, off assists from Cam Dineen and Riley Nash. That was as close as Arizona would get as they went down in defeat. Karel Vejmelka made 25 saves for the Coyotes, who held a 40-29 edge in shots on goal in the loss. Scott Wedgwood is expected to get the start in goal here. Against Colorado, Toronto started strong but wore down as the game went on, leading to an OT loss in a game they controlled for the first 30 minutes. The opening period saw the Maple Leafs outshot by a 12-10 margin, but they took a 3-1 lead to the dressing room after 20 minutes of play. Alexander Kerfoot opened the scoring with his 6th goal of the year at 7:54 off an assist from Michael Bunting. Austin Matthews made it 2-0 with his 21st goal of the season at 14:17 off assists from Morgan Rielly and Kerfoot. Just 33 seconds later, Matthews scored his 2nd of the night and 22nd of the season at 14:50 off assists from Kerfoot and Jake Muzzin for a 3-0 advantage. Toronto gave up a goal before the period was over to trim their lead to a pair. In the second period, the Maple Leafs were outshot 15-10 with both teams scoring once, making it 4-2 Toronto after 40 minutes. Nick Ritchie scored his 2nd goal of the year on the power play at 5:39 off assists from Wayne Simmons and Ilya Mikheyev to make it 4-1. The Avalanche scored later in the period to trim the lead to 4-2. In the third period, the Maple Leafs were outshot 19-5 and outscored 2-0 to tie the game and force overtime. During the extra session, the Maple Leafs were outshot 3-2 and gave up the winning goal, though they did wind up with a point. Jack Campbell made 44 saves for Toronto, who was outshot 49-27 in the loss. With Campbell starting Tuesday night against Vegas, the expectation is that Petr Mrazek will get the call in goal here. Our second betting pick will be under 6. Disclaimer, no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information contained in or provided from or through this channel is not intended to be and does not constitute financial advice, investment advice, trading advice, or any other advice. The information on this channel and provided from or through this channel is general in nature and is not specific to you, the user, or anyone else. You should not make any decision, financial, investment, trading, or otherwise, based on any of the information presented on this channel without undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or financial advisory.